Hello everyone, welcome to Cinderful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. We're still painting up Nords. Trying to find the wash I need, cover the green shade, and we're going to get finishing the washes we need to get done on this big boy here, the mad lad himself. We've got the skin and the fur washed. Now let's get on to the rest with some coil out. But if you're in the chat, let us know what you're hobbying on, what you're up to, and what you're doing. Molly, thank you very much. One of the best Star Wars movies, if not the best, I don't know. That's up for debate, but I really enjoyed Rogue One. But hello to everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all getting some hobby done. Just finished a bit of recording, started hobbying, so oh, you're playing with a new airbrush, nice. Dylan, currently building 100 Kingdoms from the starter box. Nice, man. Good to see some conquest hobby happening. I have my 100 Kingdoms. I actually got a mistake. I'll show. Parabellum sent me a mistake today. Paying some maggot-kin from the new Vanguard box. Daniel, nice. So Parabellum actually accidentally sent me out this. I ordered the Wave 2 Spires box, and I got a 100 Kingdoms box instead. I have 100 Kingdoms anyway to paint up for the channel, but it wasn't the Spires box I wanted. So they're sending me out the Spires box. And so we're going to keep that one. And we've got some more 100 Kingdoms stuff as well. Pretty sweet. Fantastic customer service. Happy mistake. Didn't I? So pretty sweet. Yeah, so our 100 Kingdoms army, we got the starter force that they sent out originally along with the Nords, like the starter bundles. They sent us out the Nords and the 100 Kingdoms, so Parabellum sent that out to me to get on the channel. And then I couldn't wait to have the models they sent me, so I went and bought a starter set from a local game store. By local, I mean an Australian one online. There was no local one near me that stocked Conquest at the time, so I had an online retailer that's Australian that's very supportive of a lot of communities, especially our Age of Sigmar community. And they happen to have the Conquest starter set, so I went and picked that up. And then I've ordered another box of Household Guard. Now I've got that the 2 starter sets there as well. I will say, I'm going to do a video on them later, but those Christmas boxes are everything a Christmas box should be. That is they are absolutely fantastic Christmas bundle boxes from Parabellum. So it gives you, it's sort of like a generic bunch of models. It gives you 3 units in a character, like, you know, all the starter bundles from Conquest sort of do. It also comes with dice, a paintbrush, and paints. From some supporting companies of Parabellum. So, like, unlike Games Workshop, they don't make their own stuff in-house. But it's got Okie Dokie Dice, Da Vinci Brush, and War Colors Paints. And they all sort of work together, and they all put out like a Christmas box together. I thought it was a really, really good like Christmas box idea. It gives that person has pretty much everything. Oh, nice. Yeah, you bought the online one. Yeah, see, like I didn't buy the online one because I didn't want to wait. But not realizing because I have an affiliate account with Parabellum. If you ever buy Parabellum, you can use. We've got a discount code you can use. I can pop that in chat for anyone who wants it. Whoever wants to grab 10% off any eShop orders, you can use it. Help support the channel and grab yourself a nice little discount. Because I'm an affiliate, I get stuff from a warehouse, which is pretty sweet. I guess the stream time of conquest and not terrible. It takes about 2 weeks to get most of my stuff. It's nice. It doesn't take any longer than a Games Workshop order does for me, so that's really, really. My internet is playing up. Sorry about that. Internet is stuffing up again, so give me a sec. We're going to see if we can fix this. Start stuffing up again. We can flip on over to the phone internet. Did this to me the other night as well. Don't know why. It's been a little bit of a butthead at the moment. That's it. Past couple of nights. Yeah, I've been really enjoying like Conquest. I love the minis. It's really nice having like a 38mm scale. It's different to paint. I've been really enjoying it. Oh, nice. Put your spies on hold, depending commission. I'll probably start working on my 100 Kingdoms next, just because we're going to be waiting on spies now once the Nords are done. And so if they're not here in time, I will just start. I put a vote up and people voted for spies, but if extra box isn't here with the commands and all that sort of stuff, I may just put my 100 Kingdoms through the paint grind first. So that'll be sort of how that goes. And we are having internet issues. It keeps dropping out. Why? So 2 secs, everyone. Elden Warden, hello. The internet drops out for 2 secs. It's because I'm going to try and change what internet I'm on at the house. So give me 2 secs. It may drop out for 2 seconds, everyone. Alrighty. We're back. Let's see whether this gives me any love. It's just been horrible the past couple of days, really. Not fun. Don't like when the internet's horrible. Makes my life difficult. But Elden Warden, hello. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Paint a big tree branch, wash it. Probably require a couple of washes. Internet is still being a butt. Why are you being a butt, internet? Don't know why. Sorry about the cutouts, everyone. We're going to try and fix this with the internet. Come on. Alrighty. Brian's Hobby Space, hello. Sorry about the cutouts, everyone. Internet is being a bum. There's not much I can do about it. It'll be a bum. Hopefully, it'll be nice to me from now on. So this is from Conquest: The Last Argument of Kings. Brian, it is a mountain Jotnar, a giant. This guy, I don't know how big he is compared to a Mega Gargant. I don't have a Mega Gargant. I have a big model I can put him next to. So a big Age of Sigmar model I can put him next to for you. So there's him. There's a Caradron frigate. He stands about the height of everything except the balls on the Caradron frigate. So he is a big boy. He's probably somewhere in between an Ale Guzzler and a Mega. He's probably just as chunky as a Mega Gargant, but not as tall. Yeah, they're really cool. It's nice to paint something a little bit larger than Warhammer as well. So the Parabellum and Conquest: Last Argument of Kings is done in 38mm scale. So everything is like a head higher. Like the average guys, the average like line troops for armies stand about the height of a Stormcast Eternal. Cheers, we're just getting some washes down on him at the moment. Re-highlight something. We're just going for a tabletop standing because I want to get these guys on the table and get some battle reports to show everyone on the channel how the game all works. Because, painted battle reports are very important. Yeah, man, get one go in with it, Elden. Like, if it's your first event, who cares what happens? So these are the generic line troops here. This is sort of the size of a generic troop in the army. Alexander, hello, mates. Hope you're doing well. Don't stress at all, dude. Look, you don't have to come to the hobby hangouts all the time. Watch a video on YouTube. It's just as good to me. But yeah, I look forward to bringing Conquest Bat Reps to the channel. I'm going to get some, what do you call it? Valheim Blizzard for the bases, because they're Nords, they're like Northmen, Frost bases for sure. Alexander, I'm painting some Conquest Last Argument of Kings minis, in particular Mountain Jotnar, so the big giant boy, and I've got some Fenrir Beast Pack as well. Don't forget, guys, if you are a Patreon, oh, sorry, not a Patreon, a YouTube member on the channel, you'll get access to some cool little emotes when we go live and chat and do all that sort of stuff. Trying to get into my own live stream is difficult. We get access to the cool little channel emotes, and as we get more YouTube members, we get more little emotes to give to everyone. But other than that, yeah, I've been enjoying Conquest. It's different. It's nice to go back to playing a rank and flank game. I think it offers something different. Just playing other games has been fun for me lately. Getting back into fantasy, getting into 40k again. Elder Scrolls has been a massive part of my time. Really enjoying painting Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. It's been a fun game as well. Not just playing, but painting it has been really fun. Elder Scrolls has been so much fun. Like, I really, really enjoy the game. Also, guys, don't forget to drop a like on the video. It helps people find us or while we're live. And if you are coming to join us, say hello and let us know what hobby you've been up to. But yeah, I've been really enjoying the Elder Scrolls Call to Arms tabletop war game. The minis are really cool. It's in a true scale, 28mm, so something very similar to Lord of the Rings. Middle-earth strategy battle game scale for anyone who knows that sort of scale. The minis are just great. They just released for Elder Scrolls the Nightingale Dragonborn. I mean, because that's what we all want to play in an Elder Scrolls game, right? I mean, everyone plays Stealth Archer in Elder Scrolls. Eventually, you can tell yourself you're going to build that combat battle mage. You end up playing Stealth Archer. Ooh, nice. That's a big challenge. I'll have to paint some craft folds eventually. Yeah, also, like, you can go back and do your highlights later. That is the most important thing about black armor. Get your bone done first, because having your bone and all your other details done and leaving the black flat for now will make that black look better. So do all your other things and then highlight your black last if you're not going to get time to do it, if you reckon you're going to struggle for time. Biggest advice on painting a black army to get it ready. Flat black will look fine if everything else is done. You can always go back to it later. Best advice I can give you there. Yeah, do all your other colors first and do your black last. Because if you don't get time to do the black, it will still look fine if all your other colors are on there. Back when I wasn't quite as confident with my abilities of painting, I used to never paint my black. I can't say I do it the cheap way. Buying Valhalla Blizzard is certainly what I choose to do. However, you can find like alternatives for Valhalla Blizzard from other companies. I think Army Painter does one that's certainly much cheaper. So you can definitely save some money if you just go do a bit of browsing, but I'm lazy and just go for the one my local store sells, which is Valhalla Blizzard. And a great way to get like different textures on your snow. So Valhalla Blizzard are like all the texture paint ones look like hard snow, so they look like snow that's on the ground settled. What I like to do is I like to do that, and then I put flock on top of the bases, the snow flock on top, because that looks like wet snow, so it looks like fresher snow. And you can mix the two, and you get two really nice contrasting textures on your bases. And just add some slate, and that's pretty much what I do for my snow bases. Yeah, that certainly works. Right, so while we wait for the Coelia to dry, we're going to start relayering the skin on this dude. Which we need Cadian flesh tone for wherever. Put my Cadian flesh tone. There we go. Sounds good, and wanting all the best of luck, mate. Morning, Broken Chef, and James, morning, hello as well. If you watch the model always work, it's always too dark. I think ways you can stop that is perhaps trying to find a lighter wash than what you're using. Like, it might sound simple, but that's the first thing I would recommend is a big mistake I see is people always using black for a wash on everything. It's not always the correct wash to use on a lot of things. I found that a lot when I first started, like using black on like things like gold and metals and all that is definitely not what you need. I think you can get like if you're depends what you're looking for with your wash. Like I find trying to get like steel on metal, you actually want to wash with a blue because it'll give you that nice shine, polished sort of steel. And so you can always water your washes down as well. They are just watered down paint, so you can water them down more is always an issue. Also, a lot of people just throw washes on. I mean, I've done it here, but ways if you want to keep your models nice and vibrant and bright is actually to paint your washes into the recess as if you're sort of reverse highlighting. Is a fantastic way to really keep your models bright. Give me a sec. I can find a model that I can actually show you this situation on. One sec. Alrighty, so this Space Marine here, you can see how his armor is still really, really bright. He's in fact been washed. But you can see in the shoulder pads here, you can see I've literally painted the wash into the recesses. And this just helps keep the brightness of the model alive while actually getting a wash and creating that depth there. So painting your wash into the recesses, while it will take longer, if it's something you're wanting to do and have your models look brighter, is definitely a step you can do to make those models look brighter. Yeah, I've got a couple of people that play near me, and I'm hoping I can convince more to play. But, you know, I do have the benefit of I'll just play with the people on the channel. I've got the benefit there, I guess, but I really enjoy it. Another state near me, Queensland in Australia, has a massive, massive Conquest community. So I'm hoping maybe one day I'll go up to one of their events. I'm working on the Mountain Jotnar for the Nords from Conquest. I really enjoy Conquest, though. If you're wanting to get some Conquest, though, Alexander, and you can't find anyone to play with it, and you just want a model to paint from it, there are some fantastic collector's models that look amazing that you can get. That'll give you that painting experience whilst not, you know, making you commit to playing a game. It's hard to sell people on a new game, though. Like, wargamers like playing their game, and they generally like playing their game, and their game is the best. think the best thing I've learned this past year, like last year, was there are other games besides Warhammer, besides Age of Sigmar, and they can all scratch a different itch. Zero Prime. Hello, mate, and been watching your videos over the last month since my wife and I got interested in Age of Sigmar. Thoroughly enjoyed the channel. Thank you very much. Alexander, that's a fantastic way. Like, I get so many people into games. I got people into Elder Scrolls around here by just buying all the stuff to start and getting people to play. Conquest does have a skirmish variation, which uses the exact same rules system. Just a few slight changes on how units work and stuff in that, called First Blood. I would really recommend looking into grabbing the First Blood rulebook in addition to that starter set, and getting people into First Blood because, yeah, it's great. It's literally the same system, just on a small scale. It's not... But yeah, thank you very much, Zavaron Prime. Zavaron Prime? Yeah. It really is. It's a really big game. I reckon probably it is the next biggest game after Marvel. Obviously, the two Warhammers are by far the biggest games out. Like 40k is massively ahead of Age of Sigmar, and Age of Sigmar is massively ahead of anything else as a game. And then probably Marvel and Star Wars Legion are probably next, and Conquest I think is probably the next one under them now. I think it's overtaken things like Kings of War. I see more people talking about it. I see more interaction with Conquest than a lot of other games. Nice. Yeah, look, it takes you getting one friend in, and then you and your mate talk about playing this game together. And all of a sudden, your other mate goes, well, I want to play that with you. So they grab an army. And then a couple of your other mates go, what are you three doing tonight? Why aren't you playing Age of Sigmar with me and the other guys? And then all of a sudden, your other four mates are like, oh, there's this other game. And it spirals. Tell you what, I can't wait for the release of, and that is the Conquest Undead Army, the Old Dominion. Because boy, oh boy, Marvel is like totally taking over a lot of places. I know in England it's really popular. It's catching on here in my local scene as well. A lot of people recommending it. I mean, I have the starter set just up there. We will have it on the channel eventually. It's my next sort of thing once Conquest and Warhammer Fantasy. Conquest price range not far off Warhammer. Most of the miniatures are plastic or really high quality resin, so not fine cast resin, like Forge World quality resin, so good quality resin. Though they did announce this year that they'll be trying to move their entire range to plastic. I'll certainly, and what is it? Marvel's just announced the Shadowlands Daredevil and Elektra and Thugs, and I'm just like, oh, I am so in on Shadowlands Daredevil. Daredevil is my favorite superhero, by the way. So I would totally be going for all the groups that he could be affiliated with. So Spidey Squad, Defenders, and now Shadowlands as well. I mean, I am in Australia and everything is expensive. Although, no, what do I pay? I paid 100. Yeah. No, a starter set was about the same as a Star Collecting box. No worries, Ali. Have a good day. You too as well, mate. It's not too bad. Oz prices aren't as bad as everyone says. We have a really good minimum wage here. Like our minimum wage in Australia is like $21. So there's a lot more interplay there. Yeah. What sort of hazard weather? Snow, I'm assuming? Any hazardous weather we've had here is like 40-degree days non-stop back to back. I buy brand new from my friendly local game store. He does 10% off all Games Workshop products. I buy through him because he gives me a place to play and a place for our community to host events. So that is why I will support my local stores that support the community. Oh, nice. Yeah, so that would just cause a lot of sleet on the roads, I'm assuming. Like a lot of frost and ice on the roads. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that ice on roads here in Australia, or at least in my part of Australia. Yeah, we don't get snow here. You just have to worry about the ground getting the bitumen or the asphalt, whatever you want to call it, getting so hot on the ground that your thongs melt to it. That's what we have to worry about when it gets hot. Or that your car's tires will actually melt driving on the roads at high speeds if it gets too hot. That's what we have to worry about. We don't have to worry about ice and none of that. A cold day here is if it gets anywhere near 10 degrees Celsius. Yeah, certainly would have, Purple Angel. It like last time it was below 10 degrees here. Like during the day, it sometimes drops below 10 at night in the middle of winter, but like not like 6 at worst. Really at worst. You know what? When the world is a better place and much more safer, I would love to go over to America and attend like something like Adepticon or something like that. It is certainly on the bucket list, but current point in time, that ain't happening. I don't like leaving my house. One of my good friends is actually used to live in the Midwest community, and you will see him on the channel soonish. On the channel. He's just flown back and came back to Adelaide. We've got a lot of friends in the Midwest as well. Like I'm good friends with like Meth and all of that, and Halo. Yeah, I just want to get more game. It'd be nice to like go out to events. I refrain. Like a lot of my mates bought tickets to Sydney GT, and that just got cancelled the other day. And like I can't bring myself to like purchase tickets for events outside of my state at the moment. Just because the eastern states in Australia are the Wild West, they're all gone, and like South Australia's now not far behind, but we're a little bit better off. Our hospitalisation rate's pretty good. No, that's actually not the right way to phrase that. Our hospitalisation rate is low. It's not good because there's a hospitalisation rate we have to worry about, but you get what I mean. pretty much. And that's really like the true statistic you should be always watching is not the number of cases, it's the number of people in hospital. Because that's when your health system gets overwhelmed, and that's what matters. You know, someone gets it and they're fine and they stay home, that's good. But those people that need to go to hospital, you want to make sure they can get seen in a hospital. That's why you put your issues. But anyway, I won't get into all of that side because that's a can of worms to open, and I understand not everyone has the same feelings on it. Hoping for marvelous. If the weather is good, I have travel 40 minutes to events, if not more. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've got a small event on Saturday, which is pretty nice. Being Age of Sigmar, I wanted to take my Skaven to it, but just with what I have to get done on the Nords, I just haven't got the Skaven built. I doubt I will. So we may just take Paladin Smash for a couple of games. Of which tomorrow there will be a battle report up on the channel. We'll have a Paladin Smash versus some Iron F Deepkin for you all to watch tomorrow. I mean, it's a good time to get into Fire Slayers at the moment, and Nighthorn are apparently getting a battle tome later in the year, so. But off topic, but Rogue One was decent compared to the others. Mando and Boba Fett, I've been enjoying a lot more. Something new and fresh. Yeah, Rogue One was great in that. Rogue One was interesting because it was a self-contained movie. I really enjoyed it for that point. There's not a lot of self-contained movies nowadays, and to have like a movie that begins and ends, like yeah, it was set in a whole other universe, but it begins and ends. Those characters ended at that. It was great. I really enjoyed it for that reason. I do like Mandalorian. I still haven't finished it, so if you post spoilers in there, I will come and find you. Zava on Prime, are we expecting Blades of Corn or Daughters of Cain Battletome this year? No. From what I understand, no. I would be very surprised if Daughters got one, knowing they just released one. So Daughters only got their Battletome literally about a year ago now. Oh, I know it is. It's a matter of time for me. I like to watch TV with my wife. It's sort of our thing, is watching TV shows together. I go Fire Slayers, man. You know they're about to get a nice big re-release. That should be good. I go Fire Slayers, man. Yeah. No, I'd totally go Naked Babies. You're about to get a brand new battle tome. It'd be a great time to get into them. No worries, Broken Chef. Have a good day, mate. Safe travels. Just painting up these little metal bits on the top of his shoulder guard piece of tower that he's got on his shoulder. Is pretty cool. Yeah, that's literally, there's different directors. Too many chefs spoil the broth. But now I need a little bit of white. Need my white scar wherever you are, white scar. Correct white. So I'm just going to go. Actually, we'll just go palette wheat flesh back on top of that. Yes. Correct white likes to die. And so we're just going over a little dry brush over our tree trunk just to give it some nice colour. That'll do for it. That's it. And with that, it is well past midnight now, so I am going to call it a night, as I almost spilt my wash everywhere. It wasn't completely on. Whoopsie doozy. But thank you all for coming, hanging out, chatting hobby and hobbying along with us. Been great, seeing some new faces I haven't seen before, so that was awesome. And to those of you that generally come out, thank you all for watching. Don't forget, you can join our Discord server, which is linked in the video's description below. And if you'd like to help support the channel in any way, you can do so either by Patreon or YouTube members, which is also linked in the video's description. That's it for today, though, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.